ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I hope that you're having a wonderful one out there. I hope you're having just a great day wherever you might be. I appreciate you stopping on in, clocking in, swinging by. I appreciate you. Today we're going to listen to some more Madness. We're going to kind of go back to where we left off on this album. Absolutely, their second studio album. We're going to listen to the first track on the album, Baggy Trousers. We listened to Embarrassment, and now I'm just tiptoeing my way backwards, moonwalking to the first track here. Baggy Trousers, like I said, off their album, released in 1980. This also had been suggested by quite a few of you, or at least mentioned in some capacity, such as Paris Simmons, GP Reactions, Richard Draper, Zoe Harriet, Wayne Costone, Pair of Pints, James Dignan Music, Little City Girl, a.k.a. Spherical Harmony, Sheldon Howells, and the list goes on and on and on and on from there. John Paul Filkins, HLC, Slickadapoo, Mark Harley, Thomas Sharmer. And it goes back. So thank you guys so much for the recommendation. Like I said, I figured we would just back it up to the first track here on the album and just maybe just kind of take it from there. So let's go and listen to the first track here. We'll discuss it a little bit after. When I was in high school, I used to always wear baggy, not trousers, pants, sure, but I used to wear khakis a lot. That was like black t-shirt, khakis. That was like my outfit. Here we go.
Naughty boys in nasty schools, headmasters breaking all the rules, having fun and playing fools, smashing up the woodwork tools. All the teachers in the pub, passing round a ready rub, trying not.
How can you not like that?
Lunchtime bell will ring again. Oh, what fun we had, but did it really turn out bad? All I learnt at school was how to bend, not break the rule. Oh, what fun we had, but at the time it seemed so bad, trying different ways to make a difference to the headmasters had enough to.
Absolutely.
All the kids have gone away, gone to fight with next to school. Every term that is the rule. Sits alone and vents his cane. Same old backsides again. All the small ones tell two tales. Walking home and squashing snails. Oh, what fun we had, but did it really turn out bad? All I learnt at school was how to bend, not break the rule. Oh, what fun we had, but at that time it seemed so bad. Trying different ways to make a difference through the days.
God, man.
Lots of boys, lots of smells and lots of noise. Playing football in the park, kicking push bikes after dark. Baggy trousers, dirty shirt, pulling hair and eating dirt. Teacher comes to break it up, back of the end with a plastic cup. Oh,
hey.
What fun we had, but did it really turn out bad? All I learnt at school was how to bend, not break the rule. Oh, what fun we had, but at that time it seemed so bad. Trying different ways to make a difference through the days.
Love that horn rising in the sax.
Baggy trousers, 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 baggy trousers.
You know, listening to Madness with a few tracks that we've listened to from the band, they kind of remind me of XTC, but with a ska, kind of sound. In the sense of they seem to be like a wildly creative band with their writing, with the music and the way they develop it, with all the different sounds they bring in. There's a deep modicum of depth in the way that they approach their songwriting here. A fun, incredibly bouncy track like this one. And they have so many little nuances that they show off through here. Of course, the saxophone and that fun sound, the way that the sax kind of slides in so steadily amongst the organ, maybe harmonic. I actually am unsure. Don't ask me why. I'm not sure what it was, but the way that it just slides in there is so cool. The bass is just hopping along here. The drums are ecstatic. And we've looked at least like at a few clips of the music videos from the band, because I know that they're known for the music videos, but just with copyright, I don't really show them here. But you definitely get a sense of their eccentricities, right? And the way that they approach it here. And this track itself, it's 2 minutes and 47 seconds long, but there's so much constantly happening that you can listen to this ad nauseum on repeat, and it would never get old. There would always be something new to pick up on as you're listening to the track. I mean, just like back in 17 seconds. Here. I love the little bit of piano that comes in there. It's so light. It has such a jaunty and playful feeling there. And I mean, they're talking about school here in the track and in the lyrics. And to an extent, I mean, it does kind of remind me of something childish and youthful. You know, the way it comes in, it almost comes in like a toy xylophone to an extent. You know, at least I can definitely picture that. And then moving past that, there you go. I love that instrumental break here at the in the middle section, and don't laugh at me. Sometimes I don't know why, but sometimes it's hard for me to identify an instrument. Like I want to say that that's just the higher notes on the organ, maybe not, maybe a different setting on the organ. No, actually, I think that's just another sax. I think that's just two overdubbed saxes. Now that I'm thinking about it, because they do use a tenor and is it alto? No, tenor and baritone. So from Lee Thompson. Okay, so I'm just thinking as actually just two saxes. I don't know why I was thinking organ. It has a similar kind of sound wave to an extent, the way that they're playing in that rougher tone rather than the smooth tone. Regardless, that little section right there that they hop into is so cool. It nicely breaks away from the verse and the chorus, but still continues that thread of everything that they put down. Like, this is just really cool. And you hear that looming sax in the back. And the ending here. That's the horn. Baggy trousers. I know on stage that they're doing the up and down with the sax. I know for sure that they're absolutely doing that in that section there. Really fun track, this one here. Naughty boys in nasty schools, headmasters breaking all the rules, having fun and playing fools, smashing up the woodwork tools. All the teachers in the pub, passing round the ready rub, trying not to think of when the lunchtime bell will ring again. Oh, what fun we had, but did it really turn out bad? All I learned at school was how to bend, not break the rules. Bend in submission, stay in line, conform. Oh, what fun we had, but at the time it seemed so bad, trying different ways to make a difference too. The headmaster's had enough today. All the kids have gone away, gone to fight with next door school. Every term, that is the rule. Yeah, go fight the rival school. Sits alone and bends his cane. Same old backsides again. Always the same troublemakers. All the small ones tell tall tales, walking home and squashing snails. Like they've been disciplined and in a sense, been beaten and abused, and so they take that abuse out on the snails on the walk home. Lots of girls and lots of boys, lots of smells and lots of noise, playing football in the park, kicking push bikes after dark, baggy trousers, dirty shirt, pulling hair and eating dirt. You know, even when I was a kid, I never ate dirt. There were a few times, and an incident or two, in which I did eat worms and perhaps a lizard at one time. Teacher comes to break it up, back of the head with a plastic cup. At least it was plastic and not a ceramic mug or something. Baggy trousers, baggy trousers, Looking at this particular track, it says written by Graham Suggs McPherson and guitarist Chris Foreman, reminiscing about the school days, of course. Let's see, it was released as a single in 1980. It's been 20 weeks in the UK charts at number 3, hitting its highest mark, and it was the 28th best-selling single of 1980 as well. Suggs later recalled in an interview, I was very specifically trying to write a song in the style of Ian Dury. Great inspiration, especially the songs he was writing then, which were often sort of catalogs of phrases in a constant stream. He contrasted Baggy Trousers with Pink Floyd's single Another Brick in the Wall. I was writing about my time at school. Pink Floyd had that big hit with Teacher, Leave Those Kids Alone. It didn't really relate to me because I hadn't been to a public school where I was bossed about and told to sing Rural Britannia and all that, having instead attended a comprehensive school with much less strictly enforced discipline. Maybe that's why they're throwing plastic cups. And of course, your chart information: 4 in the Netherlands, 3 in New Zealand, and the UK singles chart, as we mentioned, 30 in France, and going on from there. Let me know what you guys thought of the track, of course, in the comments down below. I appreciate you all watching and hopefully enjoying the music alongside with me. Thank you all so much for the recommendation and the suggestion as well. Hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, guys.